Welcome back. You're still watching Fut-Afrique, the only show that allows you to discover the African continent through its football. We're still having the finest conversations about football on Mother Africa, and it's that part of the show where we answer this week's trivia question. I never do it alone though, always do it with a super sub, someone who changes her hair more than Chipa United changes their coaches. This is a woman who is a voice of the voiceless in women's football, and may I say that even though she may change her hair a lot, one thing that doesn't change is her stance as soon as she has a firm grip on it.
Oh, what an intro. Every time when I have hair, you don't have hair. And it's always vice versa.
Because we have to have the balance.
As we should.
We have to have the balance.
How are you, Mama?
I'm great, how are you?
Favorite part of the show?
Yeah, absolutely. Jess is here to get you out of your misery. Let's just remind you of this week's trivia question. Now, Brastan was the head coach of Bafana Bafana post-readmission. This was back in the year 1992. I want to know from you as to who was Bafana Bafana's first opponent and what was the score of that game?
And the answer is Cameroon. And the match took place in Durban, and the score was 1-0 by Umdogish.
There you go.
Dr. Kumalo.
Do you understand? This is why the man doesn't just take pictures with anyone. That's because he's certified celebrity. A man who makes things happen.
Bragging
a man
rights.
who, yeah, do you understand? Dr. Kumalo Umdogish. Oh, man, I actually love that man.
I love
that man. But that's the answer to this week's trivia question. Thank you so much for playing along with us. Next week, I will be back and I'll be testing your knowledge yet again. Jess, one thing that I've been thinking about this whole week, because I've been sitting on social media lately, and all I'm seeing as I'm scrolling is I'm seeing the jersey reveals.
Oh, it's that time.
For the men's clubs, before the season starts.
Of course.
How great would it be for us to have this for women's sides?
Finally, you speak about this. And you know, this is something that I always talk about offline, but I'm glad we actually have to talk about it right now.
Yeah.
We always see the hype and we always see that the amount of talkability around jersey reveals, even leaking stories, you know, when the jersey comes out and it wasn't supposed to come out and now it's trending. However, that same hype and attention is not the same when it comes to women's jerseys. Mind you, when we look at the clubs that already are playing in the PSL and they have female representing clubs, the ladies have the short end of the stick, because if the males team is announcing their jersey now, that means that's your jersey
of the ladies,
you know. Mamelodi Sundowns, however, has been different in the sense that even in their launches, they will have an inclusion of the female fan base as well as the players.
Oh, absolutely. I saw Bambanani.
Yes, you see them in the infographics. Last year we had about Tochi Mesh and so, that kind of thing. So they are incorporating the ladies when it comes to the jersey reveal. And what I like about Mamelodi Sundowns is if it's out, the girls are going to start wearing it now. As opposed to other clubs. Yes, the men might reveal the jersey now, but the ladies are only going to start wearing it at the beginning of their season. So meaning you finish with the old jersey up until the end of the season, because we know with the calendar, men's leagues finish before the women's league finish. So I do hope though, and we were talking about this offline to say, why can we not get the hype when Copper Belt is...
Yes, because you know, I believe so many people don't know, bring it back home.
100%.
What colors do City lads wear?
Exactly.
Besides people who work within the space, we will know.
Exactly. So it's like we need to create a lot of hype in terms of the marketing around the jerseys. We saw with JVW what they did a couple of days ago. They announced their jersey and it's amazing, the home and away, and I loved the hype that they put on social media. And I hope that other teams and other clubs follow suit, whether they have a male representing team, but I think the women really do need that kind of hype as well, and just to put them out there, you know, if there's a press launch, put them out there, put them on the website, you know, put them on the billboard.
Do you know what I think we need, right? Before we wrap up this topic, I think we also need, because the women's game is still growing.
Yes.
We have a lot of university teams.
Yes.
Go to the graphics designs department or go to the arts department and get the young ones or the students to somewhat have a competition where they design a jersey.
Love that.
Do you know what I mean?
Love that.
And we choose the best design and we run with it.
And I think it's an expansion of the creative space.
Yes.
You know, give us your design and maybe one of the teams could be wearing it the next year. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a great idea. There's so many we can come up with, but hey, we need them to do better with the women's reveal.
Marketers, let's have a conversation. conversation. 081 Rufoneleng. We can't teach you everything, man. We can't. We really can't. But we're going to go on with these conversations as we know that we're 6 days away from Paris 2024. It's going to be an absolute time. Most athletes, every single athlete, I think, dreams of playing at the Olympics, but not just playing at the Olympics, but they want that gold around their necks. When it comes to officials, we already know that there will be officials from the African continent. And as this segment of Fut-Afrique, we're so proud of Morocco and Zambia because they have representatives who not just represent us when it comes to AFCONs, but now we get to do it at an international level.
Sure, goosebumps right there. And just to mention the names, so from Morocco, we've got Botra Karabobi, and we also have Fatiha Jemomi. And from Zambia, we have Diana Chikotesha. Super proud. I mean, I have a little bit of sadness Akona is not there, you know, because we've got players who are coming from Zambia and Nigeria. We've got match officials now from Morocco and Zambia as well. We have that missing SA link because, I mean, it's a top club. Am
I being dramatic? And I mean, I stand to be corrected. Is she not somewhat transitioning into being a VAR official?
She is, but I think she still can be a match officiator at the Olympics.
Fair enough.
So I think, for me, I think
and
it's just, you know what I'm saying? She is an OG. I think for me, it's just that personal, hey sis, wish we could see you there. But I mean, she's represented us in bigger tournaments as well. But not to take away from the match officials that have been selected. This is such a big call up for them. And I know they're going to do so absolutely amazing. And they're really putting Africa on the map.
Just quickly, Nigeria and Zambia, how are we going with preparations? Is it looking good?
For Zambia, let me start with Zambia. I think Zambia, it's looking great for them. I mean, they played against New Zealand in a friendly game. The score was 1-1. And I love the fact that they actually had their superstars on the bench as subs to get the score. And I think they are saving them because we saw that...
the injury.
The injury. We already have one from Nigeria.
It's crunch time now.
It's crunch time. So, but I think they're going to be doing quite well. And looking at the fact that they are in the group with the USA, you know, we've got Rachel, we've got Grace, Rachel Kudenanji, Grace Chanda and Barbara Banda, who are playing in the USA. So I think they come with that experience of knowing their opponents within the specific league that they play. So I think for them, their preparation games are looking quite good. Nigeria lost against Canada, but it's still a start. I really think that they are going to obviously change this around. They're in a very tough group, I must say. So I'm really rooting for them and hopefully a miracle comes for them.
Well, a miracle comes for them. They need to get everything together for the time that they have left because very, very soon they'll be playing their first matches. And just like that, Mahaitsu, hey, after school is after school. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's been another insightful and exciting episode. And we love not just doing it together, but we love doing it with you. Lina Lakaki Itumeleng, this is Jessica. See you with Auntie Disky. Let's meet you next week.